Hello and welcome to the next Esper, which is Cuchulainn. Cuchulainn. I don't know. The dude of pestilence or whatever. So this particular Esper requires a little bit of a puzzle to get to. He resides in the number 1 cloaca down there at that bottom square, which is technically not part of the map because it is the lower area, which we cannot technically see, but it's there, trust me. So to start off with, we have these 4 little things here. There should be 11, 4, 3, and 10. Yeah, there we go. First off, we need to activate number 3 and number 10. Number 10 starts activated because otherwise there's literally no way to enter the central area. It would make it a little bit cumbersome. So now that we have done that, gonna take its sweet time lighting up things and showing us stuff for no reason. I must now wander over here to, I think this one will work. One of these entrances over here. And fight things, apparently. I don't really want to fight things. And traverse our way this way. Hello. There's a lot of these, and freaking, I don't want to target the lizard, I want to target this. There's a lot of these things here, and they'd like to teleport up here and fight you, which is rather irritating. They're kind of irritating to kill, because they teleport and cast doom and all sorts of other trash. It's rather bothering. But anyway, the reason we're here, please kill them. Not even that high of a level. The reason we're here is for this thing right here, which is the number 1 south waterway control, which we will then use. It will take its sweet time showing us things again. Specifically that wall. Look at it. Feast your eyes on that wall, it's glorious. Anyway, we can now make our way back. You can head down and explore the area for any loot if you so desire. There are treasure chests down there. This is not the way I want to go. We desire to be over here. I would say Ash is going to die eventually, but I'm just going to touch the save point anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. Go ahead and double speed it because walking normal speed is remarkably slow, and I'd grown used to not having it. Now we must deactivate the number 10 and number 3 sluice gate controls, which are the only 2 active, obviously. You can only have 2 of these active at a time, by the way, if you haven't quite figured that out yet. You cannot just activate all 4 because that would make this far too simple. It would also make it far faster because you wouldn't have to go through these cinematics every time, which you can't skip, by the way. Rather bothering, to be honest, but anyway. Now that we have deactivated those, the smart amongst you will probably have discovered that we will then need to activate the 2 on the other side. It's not a very complicated puzzle. All doing this does, by the way, for those of you unfamiliar with sluice gates and not quite understanding what is happening, all this is doing is blocking off water from being able to traverse to these areas behind the sluice gate, which allows us to make our way through. There we go. So just like the other side, we have to go into the number 11. I always just use this pathway. I think we have to go number 11 and then across like this. It may not even actually matter. That's not actually the proper route, but whatever. Either way, we have to be in this place because we desire, whenever this dude dies, we desire this waterway control switch right here, which is the, which is the north one. The other one is the south one. It's very convenient, is it not? It's going to point us in a thatward direction. And if I don't check this treasure chest, someone's going to complain in the comments, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. There you go, Achilles. We've done it. Alright, anyway. So now we have to go back to the center. Now we can traverse into this area, but it's full of water, as you can see. And if you recall, we need to be on the lower area, which again is currently full of water. It would make it a bit difficult to fight the boss underwater. We have to deactivate number 11. Then whenever the game deems the animation completed, it's taking its sweet time. We must then activate number 3 again. Which will then block off all of the water access to the central number 1 cloaca, which does not have a water control. Well, it does, it's just that it was on the sides for some reason. Whoever designed this waterway is awful. But anyway, now that only these two are active, and we have utilized both of the number 1 controls, we can then utilize the save crystal, and I would highly recommend utilizing the save crystal. And saving. Now this fight is actually fairly tough, primarily because the arena itself has an HP drain effect, which is stronger than sap and can kill you. So it is a very potentially dangerous fight. Just be aware that it may not even be worth it to heal. It may simply be worth it to let people die and then utilize a rise to get people back into the fight at full HP. But anyway, here's the arena. There's only one way down. That pathway is closed. We fight him down there. It's also not a bad idea to start this fight off with a chain of quickenings because he spawns with some friends. He's also got a sword through his face. It's rather uncomfortable looking. So there he is. Starts with lots of things that, again, as is tradition, I would recommend dispelling. So this is the HP drain effect. You can see it's rather dangerous, actually. He also knows Disable Ga. Now, if you have someone lure in your party, you can avoid a lot of the hassle with Disable Ga basically utterly destroying your party. Also causes Immobilize. However, you need to be careful if you do not have that, because your entire party getting hit with Disable is fatal. Your party will die. There is no way out of it. I don't have enough black belts, but you can utilize black belts to nullify Disable. The only person with black belt is Fran over there to cover our back. The Foobar also no sleep, unfortunately, but that's okay. So we're going to start the fight off with a Quickening Chain, which I'm probably actually just going to fast forward through because it's otherwise going to take like 45 bajillion hours, but we'll see when I actually go to edit it. Now the point of this Quickening Chain is to get a long enough chain to get a decent concurrence at the end, which is the chain ending combo finisher thingy. They're called concurrences. In order to kill the assistant enemies that spawn in this fight. Those enemies will respawn. However, killing a fair number of them, I don't remember exactly how many, will slow down the rate at which they respawn. So amazingly, we actually got that off, but I don't think we're going to get a long enough chain for much of anything, much less for me to have to fast forward through, for that matter. Also, my neck hurts. Entirely unrelated to the video. Nope, that's it. Oh no, wait. We might get lucky. Fran is Shiva, by the way. So we might get lucky with RNG here, but even if we can keep this going, it probably won't last much longer. We'll get a concurrence at the end. I don't know if it'll be strong enough. It should be. You don't need much of a chain to kill the ads, but, you know, obviously longer the chain, the more damage you do to the boss itself. That's it. This boss will also cast a Bio and Malaise. And Immobilize, in case you forgot that already. Which it stacks with the HP drain on the arena itself, so your HP can drop very, very quickly in this fight. As we will be seeing pretty soon, actually. So that killed all those dudes. We've got an Arcana, a mini Arcana. So Malaise is, I believe, just a base damage hit. Bio, however, is sap. Sap stacks with the arena thing. Toxify is also a thing. This boss is rather irritating, because you can have sap, poison, and the arena HP drain up at the same time, which is very dangerous. Now what you can do, you can kill this Foobar specifically. Oh, Penelo. How did I move? I don't know. We can remove Immobilize, so it doesn't really matter. What you can do at this point is let this party die if you really wanted to, at about 50% health on the boss. And then bring in a secondary party to chain quickenings again. Because you'll often have this problem wherein you get stuck in a healing loop. This is why I said a rise may simply be a better idea than healing. I don't have a rise though, so we're going to showcase the healing strategy, which is terribly inefficient. HP sap hit everybody, that's annoying. Thankfully, everyone in this party is capable of removing it, including Fran, but I forgot to set up her thing for it. The boss also knows invert. I would recommend having X potions or high potions or some sort of potion available to heal critical HP party members, because otherwise it's fairly likely you'll die. I really probably should give Penelo some other type of weapon if I physically can, but oh yeah, Fran. I should really set your Asuna up, please, but that's okay. I could just do it manually, it's fine. Slowly whittling them down. Oh no, Malaise. Malaise is actually the least threatening thing that the boss does. Invert, if you also have sap or poison or anything like that, is very likely to kill whoever it targets. As you can see, it's pretty likely to kill whoever it targets, even without those status ailments, so. But anyway, this is essentially the boss. I was showing it in a terribly inefficient manner, but it is a manner that is being shown anyway. As long as you can keep your HP up, either via a rise or healing, and mitigate the Disable, you should be able to keep your party alive long enough to defeat the boss. I was going to change party members, but freaking this boss and his disable spam, please, sir, stop. That was a conveniently timed heal right there. Alright, Fran. Nope. Getting targeted by Disable again. Disable cannot miss, by the way. You're either immune to it or you're getting hit by it. There is no other way around that. I was getting kneed in the face. Preferably you would have your party spread out so that Disable does not hit more than one person, but sometimes it's difficult to do that. This is basically the rest of the fight now. I can't swap party members because everyone is constantly healing. Here we go. Get out of here, Fran. Get Vaughn in here. Equip Penelo with the belt, actually, before I forget, because otherwise we're going to be in a wee bit of a problem. Look, you can just do that. I don't care. There we go. So Penelo can't get hit with it anymore. This is good. We're about to get hit with invert. That's fine. I brought Vaughn in here so I could steal because a high arcana are a thing. Don't think we got the high arcana, but yeah. There's unfortunately nothing we can do about it. I just don't think we got it. But anyway, whenever we deal with this disable that just hit everyone. This is what the boss does, by the way. Continuously, forever. It casts Disable, it casts Immobilize, it casts Disable again, it will cast Immobilize again. It will attempt to murder people. Do we have anything that gets rid of Disable? Probably Remedy. Let's find out. It does indeed. It also occasionally casts Sloga. Not really a big deal, all things considered. It does hamper your healing though, so be careful with it.
Not a chance.
I do not believe the boss gets any special attributes when it reaches low HP. It's just a bother the entire boss fight. It might start casting Disable Gun more as its HP lowers, I'm not entirely certain. At the very least, it certainly does seem to cast it a lot. This is probably the first difficult optional Esper that you will do if you're doing them in order of level. He's only level 45. But his status ailments coupled with the arena ailment, the arena HP drain, makes it pretty tricky. It's a lot easier if you have a rise because you can completely ignore healing just to make yourself immune to do Disable, and then just raise people when they die, and you can put out quite a bit of damage on the boss. Alternatively, you can get lucky with Quickenings, and it's actually possible, if you get really lucky, to just kill him with a Quickening Chain from 100% HP. It's rather interesting. Well, I messed that up, but that's okay. This may kill him, depending on this chain length. Otherwise, it's probably just going to drop him to critical HP.
We can win this.
If I get to 10 hits, I'm just going to stop, because I don't think we need more than 10. And it always takes like a bajillion years to go through these Quickening Chains. We're at 8 so far. And we're probably going to get more than that because Ash only triggered a level 1 Quickening. Mischarge completely fills your Quickening bar, I believe. Your Mischarge anyway. Mist Gauge, whatever. Yeah, so if you happen to get a Mischarge followed by a level 1 Quickening, it's pretty good because then it allows you much more easier chances to Mischarge other characters. So this is the 10th hit. Even if we get a Mischarge, I am not going to continue the Quickening Chain. If you're playing along at home, I would recommend not doing what I do, wherein I artificially end Quickening Chains. I don't think we would have been able to continue it anyway, but the boss should die from this. You think it'd be relatively dangerous for Ash to shoot electricity out like that from something next to her, but that's alright. We got Arc Blast, which is pretty good. Concurrences do a little bit of extra damage, but they're primarily used for the AoE damage, so they're very good at taking out groups. Killed the boss right away. It's a rather strange creature. Anyway, there's Cuchulainn, destroyed, defeated, killed, etc. If you have 3 black belts, I'd recommend having 3 black belts. The fight is much, much easier. If you have a rise, it continues to be much easier. But even without those, you can do the boss. If you don't have a single black belt, I don't know what you've been doing because you get one for free. But if you don't have a single black belt, make sure that you have someone that is ranged that is capable of using Asuna, so that hopefully they do not get hit with Disable Gun when the party gets hit with it. Just try and have someone who has lure and keep them away from that person. There's no loot down here, I don't think. There's probably some loot this way, so let's go ahead and check before I end the video. Turns out there's not. There's absolutely nothing down here. Just death and despair. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for the next Esper.